Well, several months ago when I was on tour in Germany, Oliver came to my show, and we were talking backstage over many glasses of wine, and he mentioned that he was doing this special Echoes presentation, tribute to Pink Floyd, and asked me if I was interested, and I think he knew that I was interested in Pink Floyd too. I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. So I thought about it and immediately really said yes, and committed to it, because it sounded like a lot of fun, and it all worked out logistically because I was playing the same festival the day after, so everything worked, and it was a wonderful experience. I had a great time. Well, Pink Floyd's music has been part of my life since I was a teenager. Really, I first heard Dark Side of the Moon and fell in love with the record, and shortly after that I heard Wish You Were Here, which became my favorite Pink Floyd album. And I had a really interesting experience when I was, I guess, about 16. I was camping in the woods in the middle of winter, snow everywhere, and my friends and I had hiked up through the snow into this log cabin, and we spent the night there. And I woke up in the morning because one of my buddies had a tape player, and I woke up to Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Waking up in this cabin with snow falling, I could see snow falling outside of the windows, and the smell of cooking eggs and bacon really stuck with me, and it was kind of a magical experience, really. And so I fell in love with their music pretty heavily. And then later in life, I've seen them play 4 times in different configurations, and it's one of my favorite bands. Well, Welcome to Machine is one of my favorite Pink Floyd songs. I love the arrangement. I love the atmosphere that's created, the different instrumentation. Rick Wright's synthesizer work on that song just floored me as a teenager. Being a keyboard player, I wanted to learn that song and emulate that. And in fact, I spent a whole summer working a paper route to make money to buy parts to build my own synthesizer so I could play that song. Yeah, and cause it just has a very moody atmosphere to it, and I love the lyrical approach. It's so simplistic and so desperate. And as a teenager, I think that's something that really struck me, was the desperateness of the lyric. It has an angst and a desperateness to it that just spoke to me as a young man. Yeah. And when later in years down the road, Queensryche was asked to do a cover album of some of our favorite songs, and I suggested that one to the band simply because it's one of my favorites. And I play saxophone on the song, which was kind of fun too, I have to admit. For a young man, it's sort of advice from an older person saying, hey, this is what life can become. You're just a cog in the wheel of the big machine, and unless you try to do something different with your life, you're kind of on this destiny path, that can be very unfulfilling, and the lyric really made me think as a young man about my life and what I wanted to do with it, and I have to say it's probably was one of the catalysts to make me kind of think outside the box. So welcome. My feelings about the concert were all incredibly good. My first experience with the whole Echoes group was coming to sound check and rehearsal, and it was all very organized and thought out. I think Oliver did a fantastic job in organizing it all. I'm sure you had help as well, putting it all together with different people doing different things. It's a very big project to put together, all the different musicians and flights and schedules, and just getting everybody in one place is a major accomplishment, you know. And I had I had a very interesting experience the first day, because I met a musician who I have respected most of my life. Midge Ure from Ultravox was one of my major influences growing up. So I got to meet him and have dinner with him, and then play music with him too. That was a real treat.
Hi, I'm Midge Ure. I met Ollie Hartman during a Rock Meets Classic tour in Germany a few years back. And besides being a great guitar player, he's a lovely guy. And Ollie invited me to come and perform with Echoes at the Rock of Ages festival in 2018. And I did, and absolutely loved it. And of course that subsequently led to being asked to perform with them again in Moscow the same year.
Out there on your own, sitting naked by the phone, would you touch me? Hey, from here against the wall, waiting for someone to call out, would you help me?
I chose Hey You because, being a lazy kind of guy, I already knew the song. But I also chose it because of that fantastic guitar break in the middle. I had an absolute ball playing with these guys. They are consummate musicians. They love what they do. And that's why they do it. No other reason.
The wall was too high, as you can see. No matter how we tried, we could not break free. And the worms ate into his brain.
I was never a Pink Floyd nerd. I always appreciated the songwriting of it, and not so much the earlier psychedelic stuff, but more when it got into more structured songs and slightly more progressive elements. But yeah, I've always liked it, but I was never a massive fan. I wasn't running out buying their albums, but I always liked it. Having the chance to sing it was a great opportunity. I chose Comfortably Numb because, great song first of all, but I mean I have to, when choosing a song, I have to think of one that will suit my voice, one that I think that I could do a good job on and deliver properly. And I just thought that song was right for me, and I kind of crossed my fingers that it wasn't one that was taken by the other artists. And I kind of got my choice in early enough that I was able to do it. So. But yeah, it really is based on what I think I can bring to the song, and it suits the way I sing. Thankfully it worked out. I'd never never met Midge before, and I'd never met Jeff Tate before either. Got along immediately, and it was like one big happy family. It was great. Great musicians in the band. I thought the show was stunning. Waiting 2 hours to sing was a little frustrating, but it was nice to close the show. But it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I was approached by Oliver, having known him from the past. I actually had worked with him I did a project called East Band, Big Band East 17 Big Band swing organization out of Seligenstadt, and I was asked to sing big band versions of Saga material. And I did a live show, and Oliver happened to be playing. He was doing his thing at the show, and as part of the show, after doing the Saga stuff with the band, I did a number with him playing acoustic guitar, and I think we did a song called Time's Up. And that was my first meeting with him, and we stayed in contact and ran into each other over the years. And I was contacted and said, I'm doing this Pink Floyd show at Rock of Ages. Would you be interested in being one of the guest musicians or guest singers? And I thought about it for about 10 seconds and said, yes, please. It was that simple. No, it was something I didn't hesitate. It was a great opportunity. And when I found out who the other guest singers were going to be as well, I thought it's going to be fun. So. Pleasure.
Pour moi, le plus important, c'est le feeling. Et avec Pink Floyd, c'est ça qui est mis devant.
For me personally, my favorite guitarist is David Gilmour.
For me too.
My brother too.
Me, it's David Gilmour and Jeff Beck. Oh yeah.
Jeff Beck is always a good choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, but David Gilmour with just one note is wonderful.
He can tell a story with just one note. Yeah.
And for us, sure, Pink Floyd is on dit référence.
Une référence. A reference.
Reference? Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
For us.
Est-ce que ça influence notre musique?
Of course.
Ouais.
I think it has influenced our music because it's a big, huge band, and we listen to it many times. So yeah.
Je n'aime pas tout ce qui est technique. Je n'aime pas la rapidité. J'aime l'instant, le
spontané.
Ouais. I hope est joué au lap steel.
I hope it's played on the lap steel normally
Et Maléode et une guitare non frétée.
And the Leod, it's a guitar
It's similar.
it's a fretless guitar, kind of fretless guitar like the lap steel. So.
Et donc c'était pour moi le plus évident des solos de Gilmour à pouvoir faire. c'était un très bon exercice parce que ne pas jouer un concert mais jouer juste un solo, c'est très difficile, mais c'est intéressant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Merci.
Thank you for your
Invitation.
yes.
Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
Every other time you're with your